Welcome to Prep Rally Media Day, sponsored by Equity Bank. I'm Graham Thomas with the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, and I'm joined by Coach Justin Bigham at Gentry High School. Coach Bigham, going into your fourth year at Gentry. I can't believe it's been that long already, but it's kind of gone by fast, hasn't it?
Yeah, time's been flying. So going into fourth season, it's weird to see these ninth graders as seniors now for me. So, but it's nice.
Well, it's been a really good run for you at Gentry so far. I don't know exactly how many games you've won so far, but I know the last couple of years y'all have had some winning seasons and been a nice run. Yeah, it's been, we're consistently improving. So that first year was COVID year, and that's not an excuse, but the first year is hard everywhere. And the past 2 years we've been 7-4. First time we've had back-to-back winning seasons in 23 years at Gentry. So that's not what we're aiming for at 7-4, but it is a stepping stone for sure. All right. Well, on offense, I know you guys are a lot of years y'all are having to replace a lot of good skill players, and I know y'all have a nice move in this year to talk about for Gentry Pioneers. Yeah, absolutely. And so every year you have, it's the same story every year. Is you have, well, so-and-so, I don't know how you're going to score points because so-and-so left, but, we always have juniors and sophomores, just like every other school. So, and those kids are there practicing every day too, getting better, and they know that their time's coming. And so it's a hard thing to do as a sophomore and a junior, just to put in your, pay your dues, but it really pays off. And we did get a few kids that are new to the program this year, and they're definitely going to help out, and we're looking forward to it on Fridays. So. Well, let's talk about who some of those kids are. I know at quarterback y'all have a kid. So Talon Williams has moved in, and he's been rotated into quarterback, and he helps us quite a bit on defense. He's a really good corner for us as well. We've had two kids move from Benton down Little Rock. Gabe McEllier is 6'3", 285 center. We had Jose Ortiz is 6'3", 300. He's a right guard. And so those are always nice when they walk in. And then we had another kid from school choice or board-to-board transfer from Bentonville West, a tight end or a defensive end tight end, 6'4", defensive end for Seth Ipeson. And then we also had another board-to-board transfer from Siloam. So that's going to help us on D-line a little bit. So quite a few of them. Offensively, you guys have been, that's kind of your thing, I know, and y'all been able to do some creative stuff on offense. Talon and whoever's going to play quarterback for you guys, is that going to be kind of a similar look? Yeah, and they all know, like, the quarterback room, they all know Addie's the one right now. I've never gone into a season where I didn't have multiple quarterbacks. It's funny because I just met with Talon today on that and said, hey, I've never had a year where I didn't play 2 or 3 quarterbacks, because as much as I love the quarterbacks, I love to win more, and they're going to run. We're not going to play with 10 kids. And so every year, I remember when Addie was a sophomore, and I said, hey, look, you're a rolled ankle away from being the starter as a sophomore. And the next week against Huntsville, first conference game, Chris Bell has a partial tear in his MCL, and a sophomore has to come in. So, and I tell them all the time, my philosophy is that when you come in, we don't change anything until you prove that you can't do it, and then I'm probably going to find somebody else the next week. So, so it's good competition in that room for sure. Who are some of our offensive kids that are going to highlight for you? It's kind of that funny thing when people say, "Oh, you're losing so much," because we lost Dylan Jarnigan, who was our big-time receiver last year. But his backup was Dylan Owens, and the first game that he came in, he had a 99.5-yard touchdown catch. So, he's about 6'1", 160, and can really run for us. Has good hands. And then we have a few sophomores moving up that it seems like when they move from junior high to high school, they kind of put it together a little bit. So Owen Foreman's about 6'2", wide receiver, sophomore. And then we have Tylen Al as a slot receiver for us, and he's going to be a sophomore as well. And he's done really well. He was a clear-cut #1 guy in the spring, broke his finger, had to have surgery on it, but he's full-time back now. So we got quite a few guys there that can help us. O-line, D-line, you already mentioned some big boys. Yeah, we got some big ones. We have a bunch, and only 2 of them are seniors. Kerry Tromp's going to be a senior for us, and he plays everywhere on the front. So he's center, he plays guard, he can play tackle. Isaac Jessen's our only other senior up there. And he's been a 3-year starter for us at right tackle. I mentioned the other 2 big boys that are new to us, and they're figuring it out as far as how our systems run. But they're going to be big additions to us. And then Dalton Richardson is a 2-year starter at left tackle. And then Kaiden Lynch is a 2-year starter at left guard. And they both had to play as sophomore, so that's huge for us. Yeah, on the defensive side of the ball, who are some guys you like there?
Yeah, we have, we're fortunate enough, we feel like we have a pretty good rotation on both sides of it. And so Justin Peasley is going to be a senior. He's about 6'1", probably 215, real lanky kid for us at defensive end. And then we have Seth Ipeson, who's 6'4", he's a defensive end. And Kaiden Lynch is we're a multiple 4-3 defense. We've changed a little bit, and those 5 techniques could be outside backers and a 3-4. We just have a lot more of that body type, so it helped us to move to that a little bit.
And a lot of those skill guys play on the the linebackers, the safeties, and corners.
So our Bennett Roberts, he rotates in at quarterback. He's a running back. He's a tight end, but he's also the leading tackler as a sophomore last year on defense. JJ and Briar Mayberry, or Jared James and Briar Mayberry are returning starters at linebacker too. So.
All right. Well, the 4A conference, the 4A1.
Yeah.
We talked. We've had Elkins here. We've had Gravett. Prairie Grove will be. Or I'm sorry, they're not in your conference anymore.
Not till next year. They'll be back.
Dang it! They'll be back, right? But it's a tough league, and y'all gotta navigate that, and it's just really a challenge.
Yeah. It is. We do have a good conference, so we have good competition and good coaches. Coach Watson does a really good job over there at Elkins. Coach Bohannon, from last year, or from 2 years ago to last year, they've improved tremendously. And you always know that Ozark's going to have a good team. So getting up to that, our schedule's, I don't like to say it's backloaded, but we have a big test there at the end. And Coach Mendoza does a really good job over at Lincoln and always has those kids ready to go. So, it's just, you got to take it week at a time. So,
we've been visiting with Coach Justin Bigham from Gentry. I'm Graham Thomas, and this is Prep Rally.